This is Nick with Build Brothers Roofing. Started my inspection at 3001 Hartman out here in San Diego, Claremont area. We're on top of we got two sections on this roof. We got the torch down, modified bitumen on the flat roof, and then we have an architectural shingle on the top section. You can see that the entire roof was painted over. So they painted the flat, they painted the shingle, but just to make sure everything matches. And a lot of times that'll mask a lot of the issues with the roof itself, but we can see how a lot of the granules have depleted on this roof. You can see that the majority of the roof is no longer adhering to any of the drippage, and there's been a ton of water damage over the years, as you can see. So this looks like this portion of the roof has been leaking for quite some time. Same thing if I come down over here. You can see we get a lot of ponding in this section too, so that's a concern. So there's a big dip on this portion. I'm not sure if the video is kind of picking it up, but what ends up happening is whenever it rains, that water just sits in this area, and you can see what's been happening over the years. This stuff is really just kind of coming apart at the moment. So this flat section would need to be redone. We've got a couple skylights. These will more than likely need to be removed and reinstalled to ensure that the flashing and waterproofing is where it needs to be. We got a bunch of solar tubes on this roof. Looks like we got a total of 5 solar tubes. We've got a brand new skylight over here that looks really nice. For some reason, we have a flat roof material that was installed on this portion. They went ahead and used a shingle throughout. You can see there's a big damage section that was damaged. I'm not sure how this happened, but you can see that all this shingle was completely ripped. But this flat roof was installed. There's been a ton of just kind of makeshift repairs on it. You can see a bunch of mastic was just smeared on it as well. Right here, this is all fresh, but everything is still really loose. You can see my fingers are just getting completely underneath it. So as far as the rest of the roof goes, this is a pretty flat roof for a shingle, but the shingle looks to be in pretty decent shape. Now, obviously they painted over everything, so it's impossible to tell what the overall condition is, but everything looks to be okay at the moment. Obviously that's a concern. And then the fact that this is a flat roof material tying into the shingle causes some concerns as well, especially when it comes to the way that all these penetrations were flashed. You can see just a bunch of mastic was used to smear on here and seal everything off. My suggestion would be to do a couple fixes on this. We can go ahead and redo this roof plane. What we'd end up doing is using just a black shingle on it. We would probably end up using a synthetic or peel and stick underlayment just to ensure proper waterproofing because it is such a low slope. And then we'd flash and seal all these penetrations properly. Same thing over here. We want to tear this part down to the wood decking. We need to address any kind of bad wood that is underneath this old flat roof. Now, what I want to do is replace this flat roofing material with a TPO roofing material. It's more of a commercial grade product. We use it on the majority of our flat roofs now. The nice thing, oh, there you go, your neighbor has a TPO roof. The nice thing with TPO is that it'll turn this entire roof plane into one singular membrane. And then the better thing about it out here, since this flat roof just gets blasted with sun, is it's highly reflective. It's going to reflect a lot of sunlight and heat off of the roof, which is going to help cool down this section of the house, which more than likely is the hottest section of the house as well. So we'll tear this off, replace it with a TPO roof. We'll do the same thing over here, tear off wise, and then we'll replace it with the new shingle. But we'll use a titanium peel and stick to combat the low slope and to ensure proper waterproofing. That's it for my inspection.